would you like your sales to double, maybe triple even, just by having better relationships? Well, stick with me. I'm going to give you a few pointers about that today. But for those of you who don't know me, my name is Lila Colgan, and I help online entrepreneurs level up their sales so they can get to 6 and 7 figures based on a relationships-based sales methodology. And if you are interested, I am going to be doing a masterclass coming up pretty soon. It is going to be totally free, and I'd love to have you here. So if you are interested in attending my free masterclass, all you have to say is put the word masterclass below, and you will get that information. So just so you know, I've been a sales ninja my entire life. I have been in biotech, healthcare sales, all kinds of sales. And I have really taken underperforming territories to market share levels of almost 100%. So when it comes to sales, I really know what I'm talking about, and I'm here to help you. So how often do you get things in your spam, in your email, or in your messenger, right? With people trying to sell you something, and they haven't even gotten to know you. They don't even know if it's something that fits you. That is so important because we feel pushed off. We don't want to be part of anything. It's just an immediate turn off for somebody to just send us a link and tell us, hey, do you want to buy my stuff, when you don't even know me? You haven't even taken the time to get to know me. So I want to give you a few quick tips today that are going to help you learn a little bit more about relationships. And we're going to go on this journey together. So I hope you enjoy this. And this is all going to be great information that's going to help you kind of level up your sales no matter what you do, no matter what business you are in. It is here to help you soar. So first of all, I want to talk about the fact that building relationships is difficult, right? It is so important though, because a lot of times people don't want to take the time to build the relationship. It's a lot better just to go for the gusto, or you hear a lot of these trainers out there that I hear that are like, don't bother building the relationship, just go for it and tell people what you want. And if you turn them off, you turn them off. Well, that's a problem, because anything else that you're going to have to say or do or anything like that, people are not going to, you're going to basically lose your credibility just by the fact that you are not bothering to take the time to get to know these people. So it's very, very important for you to take the time to get to know somebody, learn a little bit about them, learn a bit about their business, learn about their life, their career. Is this anything that can fit in with them or not? And if not, then you move on, right? So take the time, even though it's difficult, you want to build that relationship first, okay? Second of all, you want to build relationships, not transactions, right? Because how do you feel when somebody is just trying to sell to you all the time? Well, they'll tell you, send you a link or something. Are you open to opportunities or different things like that, right? Well, most people are open up to opportunities, but most people do not want to be sold to, right? So get to know somebody and build relationships. There's so many different ways that you can build a relationship rather than just sending a link, right? There's so many different ways, attraction marketing, all these different things we can talk about. But the reality is that you need to take time developing the relationship with somebody, get to know them, love on them, have them appreciate it. And guess what? It takes time. You know, when I would come into like a lot of bottom feeder territories that were doing really, really bad and underperforming, what did I have to do? I spent time building relationships. Yes, I had a book of products that I would have to sell, but I never went in there and just say, buy my stuff, right? Like literally, I would sit there and learn everything I could about the person I was trying to sell to. What do they like? Do they have a family? Do they have children? What do they like to do on their fun time, right? Like literally develop a relationship with somebody, right? It's no different than if you were dating or courting somebody, right? And you met them at a bar and somebody came up to you and said, hey, you want to go out on a date with me? And you know nothing about them, right? So you don't want to be that person, and you want to take that time to build that relationship so that, you know, you can eventually, if you have something to sell, or eventually if somebody wants to join your course or whatever, they're going to join because they like you. And that's the reason. And that you're there for them. You follow up, you keep your word, you tell people what you're going to do, and you do it, right? Those are the other important things. Okay. The third thing is I want you to be able to distinguish yourself from your competitors. When you are in sales, it's so important, no matter what you sell, whether it's houses or it's a product or it's a service or whatever you sell, you need to be able to distinguish yourself, but besides the competition, what are you going to offer the person that's different than anybody else? You know, maybe your company does something one way, but what distinguishes you from everybody else? For me, it was always my follow through. For me, it was always my word. For me, it was always my relationships. For me, it was like when I told somebody I was going to do something, I had a 24 to 48 hour rule that I would always get back to people. So what is it about you that's going to make people want to come back for more? What is it going to be when you walk out that door or when you leave the conversation that person was like, I really like that person. I want to do business with that person. What is that one thing? And that's the thing that you have to promote and be very conscientious about when you have your conversations. How are you going to be different? How are you not going to be the spammy person that bothers everybody? How are you going to make sure that when they ask you for something, they get what they need when they ask for it? Okay. And last but not least, I want you to be more personable, attentive, and knowledgeable about their needs, right? So again, this comes from building relationships, right? So when you are knowledgeable, you are questioning away. Now, I have a very unique sales methodology that I use in order to get to know somebody and close somebody in sales. And we'll be talking about that. Of course, like I said, they have a masterclass coming up too. But there's a way that you get these things from somebody. And a lot of it is to question. You ask, but then you also confirm, right? So there's a specific way to how to do that, which I will actually teach everybody how to do that too. So, but it's very, very important that you take the time to distinguish yourself, what you know, but more importantly, what you can find out from the customer. Because the more that you get from them, the more they realize that this person really cares about me. They're not really so concerned about closing their deal or selling their thing right away. They really, really want to learn about me. So if that is you, somebody that wants to sell more, really wants to advance in your sales, like I said, I've got a masterclass coming up called Clients for Life, and I'm going to be teaching that soon. So if you are interested and wanting to be part of that class, all you have to do is say masterclass. Like I said, it's free, and I'd love to have you. And so just say that below. Okay. So anyway, you guys have a fabulous day, and I will see you soon, and go work on those